Hey guys, Caleb here today, and I'm going to be working on a new city, which is located here in these mountains. Let me move the camera around a bit, show you guys. This is the map called Eldaria. It's a custom-made Minecraft terrain map using Voxel Sniper. And what I'm doing today is just working on the city that I'm going to be using for the cinematic build that Nick is going to be recording. So I figured today we would work on the Great Library, which is going to be set back in these cliffs over here. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. The buildings you could see around you are a new style, obviously. Kind of similar to the ones that I've done in previous Minecraft architecture, or in the previous Minecraft architecture episode. And it's largely just yeah, it's largely the same thing. And this is my arcane style, as I've chosen to call it, because Vray, as is the name of this city, is a magic-based city. And that is for a reason, but I'm not going to kind of give away too much, because I want to leave you guys to watching the cinematic when it comes out to find out more about this city. So what I'm doing here is just creating the entrance to the Great Library. Just kind of starting with my usual roof that I do with these kinds of houses, and that normally entails just the two layers of 1/1 slope, and then 1/2, or actually 2/1, and then 1/1. You guys, that's kind of complicated of a way to say it, but you guys can kind of just tell what's going on. So yeah. Another cool thing that I really like about these buildings is that they're very easy to do detail on, and I think that my favorite part of the whole style is the roofs, because the roof just kind of gives it this really cool look. It's the most detailed part, I believe, of the build, and it adds the most to it. So hold on, let me come over here for a moment, check out this other house that I've got. Okay, so what I've done in the past, as is what I was checking on, is just gone like so. And of course had the different floors. And here I'm just kind of building up the basic frame of how I want this whole thing to look. One of the very key materials to this kind of build is fences. Let's see, two fences. And that works out perfectly, actually. But yeah, one of the key elements to these types of builds are the fences. They really add just a lot to it as well. Yeah, that looks right. And while I've noticed that obviously fences and stairs don't line up perfectly, they do work in conjunction quite nicely, regardless. Okay, need an upside down. It's kind of hard to work with this bit here. Oh, whoops. Just because it's like right up against the cliff. So, boom. Boom. Okay. You know what? I should probably come in quite a bit closer so you guys can really see what I'm doing. Okay, that should be good for now. Alright, now let me take another quick trip over to here. Check out what I got. Okay. Got this. Okay, and then I usually have just kind of another support beam going through the middle right there. And something like this. There we go. And then next thing is usually just some normal glass blocks, because occasionally, because of the way that God, can't get in. Because of the way that the glass lines up with the thingies. Technical term that. Because of the way the glass lines up with the stairs, in some cases it doesn't look quite right. And speaking of looking not quite right, need to fix this. Okay. Sorry for being quiet for the moment. Boom. Okay, that looks a lot better. Just gotta kind of keep in mind. I think what I'll do here is actually take the fences down another level. Just take the whole thing down a bit, and that way I'll have a bit more room. Now another one of the key things that I kind of have in this style is use of both colors of logs. I use both the oak and spruce, and I think that gives a nice effect. Like coming out here, just looking at the way that you have the two different colors mixed together, I think it just makes it look very nice. And then let me, oops, time set. Okay, there we go. Now you guys can see a bit better. And I just realized that I'm using default. Give me a sec. Am I? Let's see. No, I'm using the right texture pack. Maybe it's because I need to do this. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. And it's probably also that colors on a Mac are a bit different. But yeah. So then let's see. Gonna do this. Then I'm gonna get the wool. I always enjoy having the wool look up against the contrast. Now, in Aeronath I did the little window boxes kind of things. And in this city I've replicated that a little bit, but only to a partial degree, because we can't have it looking too similar. And then let's see, down to here, boom, 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 boom. Okay, that looks good. Now let me see what I did for the door. Okay, let me grab some cobblestone, fences, torches, door, planks, and logs. Okay. So what I did previously is something along this line. I'm going to do torches here for some nice lighting. And then here is where I get, oops. Here's where I have a tad bit of confusion. Because, you know, it is the Great Library, and I want to kind of evidence that in the doorway, but I don't think that that's really going to work here. And I've just realized I need to add the effects. Let's see, I need glowstone and cobblestone wall. Okay, now what I do here is I add this cobblestone wall, and that's kind of like the anchor. That's the post that these fences, which in this case are used as or implemented as ropes, and then they all kind of just support the glowstone. And then I'm gonna actually move it to like right there, That way you guys can kind of see better. And yeah, hold on. Let me check the brightness on this. Right, okay. Everything, like the colors and all, look a lot more vivid on the Mac, and I'm trying to figure out why that is. Okay. So that's going to be that for now. And then right now I'm just kind of clearing out some area by hand, and then I'll bring you guys on in here in just a sec. Once I've got room to maneuver the camera. Okay, so I'm going to jump cut, and I'll be back in a sec. Pro tip. Don't ever use TNT within like 10 blocks of any wood or wool product. Or torches. I just realized that the torch in the bottom right is broken. Yeah, I just had to rebuild like half of that because, yeah. Trying to hollow out the mountain a bit. TNT. Bad idea! Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of building in here. As you can probably tell, I've done a little bit. But yeah, I'm just gonna be adding some details. It's hard to make such detail and still keep the feeling of openness in what is a relatively small space. Okay, so I don't think I'm planning on making the upstairs area walkable within here than this little entrance area yet. Okay. Let's put some cobble in here. Like right there. And we can do like this. Hold on, let me see what I did in the other buildings. Yeah, okay. This should work. Ah, so laggy on the server. Oh, yeah, by the way, this is Braden's server. Let's do like this. And, we've been working on the cinematic map, and I can maybe give you guys a quick tour of, his city that he's been working on after, or like next episode or something. Okay. So, I want to open this up a lot more. Because this place that I'm working on right now, this is just the like entrance area. I want to open this up, flush it out, because this is the Great Library, and you know, usually great libraries have like massive open spaces, and this has a cave underneath it, which is lovely. I think I turned mob spawning off though, so I should be fine. Okay, I have pretty much infinite space on either side. Awesome. I'm going to utilize this same design on the side here, and you guys, I'll show you after, or I'll show you this in a bit. Don't worry about that. Maybe I should do maybe that or something. No, cobblestone. Oops. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I just realized how weird of a perspective I gave you guys of the room I'm building. Yeah, that's weird. Because, I mean, I'm on the other computer. I can't see what... Or, I mean, rather, I can see, but I'm not playing from there. From what you guys are saying, obviously. I want to actually make it like that. Actually, no. Let's see. I think it needs to be like this because I've got the stair over here. I can't move. It's too... Blah. There's not enough space in here. I'll do this. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Wow, there is very little space up here. I just realized that. Or, I just realized it to a different extent. Go away. Did not mean to place you, saw. Okay, then what do I got on this side? I have a wall. Let's fix that. So I don't like having a wall where I'm trying to build. You guys can't see anything that's going on right now, can you? Sorry about that. Let me come on back inside. Okay. I fixed it. Kinda. Okay. So I'll go in first person in just a moment. Show you guys what I got. Let's see. I can actually, you know what would be kind of cool is just bringing, you guys can't see what I'm doing right now. I'm bringing these beams across. That's one of the things that I've found really cool about this is having like the support beams visible going across the roof. I think that that is really cool just to be able to see that. And you know, as far as architecturally, it's a lot more realistic too. Especially for like medieval times. Okay, ready? We're gonna try an experiment. We're gonna see how much of our stuff this blows up. Or how much of our stuff that we don't want it to blow up, it blows up. That's not bad. I don't know why it was only those two logs though. Okay. Yeah, I've just been like using. I don't. I want it to be right there. No, stop it. I'm also trying to give the floor like an interesting design, something for you guys to look at. That's somewhat interesting. And once again, I gotta see what I did on the other side. Okay, well, it's not what I would like it to be, really. It's a bit less interesting, but we shall make do. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish. Braden has potion effects. Yeah. I was wondering what the potion effects are. Hi, Braden. See? I said hi. He's wearing his builder's hat. Okay, anyway, I'm getting distracted. He must have realized that I left the door open, kinda snuck in with a potion. Okay. So, I think that's good for now. One more thing. I wanna make this support the roof as well. Then boom, boom, boom. And this has to go up one more. Okay. So, let's just do this. Good. Can I do... No. Okay. So, I'm gonna move out of the way and give you guys a quick tour of what you weren't able to see. Okay, so we obviously got our window. And then what I was building is just like these little ledges over here. I'm kind of just expanding the whole thing out. And yeah, these blocks right here is what I was talking about with the beams. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm gonna come out here and take a quick screenshot. Cool. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.